Season 9 of Selling Sunset, presumably not your favorite of your time on the show. How are you feeling about it?
There was definitely so many just frustrating and like maddening moments, but now looking back and having some time in between, I'll say I'm proud of the way I handled myself in the situations that I was put in.
Coming into this season, what were your expectations of how it would go?
I had no idea. I mean, it was definitely weird, especially at the beginning of the season, because I hadn't been speaking to Mary and AmanZa, so that was a super weird situation. I really only knew how they felt about me in the situation from, you know, just reading the press. So it was strange, but it was like, okay, let's just see where this goes.
Well, let's dive right into the meat of it. Episode 2, AmanZa's Girls Friendsgiving. You got into it with Chrishell, and it kind of went to hell.
You can't choose one. I do. I'll do whatever I want.
No.
Thank you.
Go for it.
Clearly.
You're confusing me with your parents, okay? You seem to be obsessed with drugs.
Get out.
What did she just say?
Get out. Get out right now.
Do you regret taking it to that place?
I don't, because I felt like I had earned the right to defend myself, especially after years of, you know, defamatory accusations. It was never me trying to point out a loss or take someone else's grief and try to, you know, make a mockery of that. But I wanted to point out, like, hey, you're projecting something that has nothing to do with me on me, and I've had enough.
Was it better, worse than you remembered it in real time?
It was pretty accurate. I will say it was intense. And obviously there was the whole last part of it that I was not privy to.
Right.
Because I left, and that's where I was just like, you know, really had my jaw on the floor.
She's so stupid though. Like, she's so stupid, like, she's already, everyone hates her to begin with.
I'm gonna summon my parents to haunt me.
Seriously. I think she should get fired.
You know, these are things I've dealt with before from this group. I was happy that this, you know, background chatter was captured and shown, because a lot of those moments and those snide things don't always make the cut, but you still go through it. So I think sometimes with the audience, there's a disconnect of like, here's what we saw, but you seem to be a lot more upset versus, and at least, you know, one of those moments was shown. I understand too, like pointing out something like that is savage. I'm not denying that, but it was also just like, enough. With her, I'm done apologizing.
You offered a lot of explanations, a lot of defense, never an apology. You're still not apologizing for it. But do you understand why the group at large felt upset by that reference?
I mean, yes, of course, I do. I definitely do. I also think there's definitely an element of the group mentality. It's much easier and safer, most importantly, to stay within the group, because it's harder to stand alone and maintain your truth and wanting to speak that. And I think a lot of times people point to me, we're like, well, I better stay with the crowd, because otherwise I don't want to go through that.
So what is your message to the viewers who may walk away from the season still not understanding why you did the things you did, why you said the things you did, and why you're standing firm in them now?
It's absolutely okay, and I fully expect people to not agree. I mean, that's just life. But you know, you have to stand your ground in certain moments, and I didn't want to be bulldozed over. And despite a lot of people thinking they know my intentions and that they can use that as part of a smear campaign, I stick very firmly in what my intentions were, and I've never had evil intentions. That's just not the kind of person I am. Like, I'll snap back, but like I'm not plotting and scheming and twisting and strategizing.
Below the belt, get the out.
Come here.
It's okay for me to. She did it again. Are dead. Are you serious? She's talked about her parents being drug addicts. Out.
Would you do anything differently about Friendsgiving looking back, or did it happen the way it was meant to happen?
The whole thing was unfortunate. I also think it unfolded the way it was going to unfold.
The women repeatedly asked you to get up and leave. You didn't just stand firm, you sat firm. Why didn't you get up?
Well, first of all, it was just the energy in the room and the aggression just went from, 10 to 100 so quickly. But I didn't want to just run away. In that moment, it was like I was trying to reiterate what my intentions were and trying to correct that. Obviously that made no difference whatsoever, but that's why I was like, okay, just remain calm as best you can and at least try to explain why I said what I did.
You are the one who brings up Palm Springs and takes it back to the drug test of it all.
Where was your energy like this when it was me?
Oh, you want to go backwards? Let me go backwards.
Okay.
You guys were f***ed up to her. It was f***ed up. You're on drugs. You're this. It was f***ed up. Period.
Even if it was true?
Why keep going back there when it feels like that's maybe not settled history, but at least history?
She's brought it up every single season since I've joined. There doesn't seem to be much care when I'm on the receiving end. So that's why I was like, with AmanZa, it's like, this situation didn't have anything to do with you, but you're having their back in it, fine. But you didn't do the same for me, and that's why I was pointing that out.
Well, and AmanZa then took the knife and dug it in a little deeper.
She's so hoity-toity. Like, she used to do blow. I've done it with her. I'll say it. I've done it with her. She did blow.
You've been adamant that is not a true story. One of your social media posts was, from what I can tell, you got a voice note from AmanZa.
Yes.
A 9-minute voicemail saying, oh, listen, in the moment, yeah, I thought I was saying the truth, but I realized that, yeah, everything I said was absolutely false. Oh, I can't even process this right now. Oh, now you realize you bet on the wrong horse? The person you were all up in arms protecting turned out to not be the good person you thought they were? Oh, shocking.
Person OD'd on cocaine.
I did OD on cocaine.
Yes, you did.
Oh my God.
But why do you think it keeps going to that place if you are not a drug user?
I have no idea. Not one time ever in my life have I done cocaine with AmanZa. Like, literally not one time. No one has ever seen me do cocaine.
So where does this OD story come from?
Well, I think Chrishell found a trigger point a few seasons before. At a certain point, you have to keep upping it. She first brought that up when we had a call with Netflix before the season began to kind of get everyone on the same page, and at the end she blurted that out, and I was like, what are you even talking about? And at the time I was just like, okay, well, that's not gonna go anywhere.
Yeah.
And then AmanZa says it, and it's like, did you guys have is there a
Did
meeting
you
about
commiserate
this?
in this, or do you think AmanZa heard it on that phone call and kept it?
That could have been.
Okay.
It could have been. But beyond that, it's absolutely ridiculous. And the fact that it just keeps getting more and more and more specific and defamatory, and especially from AmanZa, you know, like, this is someone I considered a very...
That's someone that predates the show for you, a relationship.
Correct. To not only forget that that is something we have never, ever done together, but to forget why that drug triggers me so much, to forget why I hate it so much.
What is the why?
In my early 20s, I was in a 7-year on and off, again, very tumultuous relationship. I had met him like 4 or 5 days after I'd moved to LA. He was a recovering cocaine addict who relapsed many times, made my life absolute hell. It was terrifying. I still have PTSD from it. And to say I hate that drug and want nothing to do with it, I don't want to be around it, is an unbelievable understatement.
Do the women know that
course.
history? So that
Absolutely.
could be a weaponization of your...
Yeah.
Okay. Where do you and AmanZa exist now? Was that voice note from her a door opening to friendship again?
No.
Okay.
I will say, had I received that weeks or maybe even a month or two or a few months after this situation, that would have been a very different scenario.
But 8 months later.
11 months later. And conveniently 3 weeks before the show comes out, it makes me question your intentions. So, I mean, unfortunately, she's in my past, you know?
We did see a lot of commentary from Chrishell about you.
She's like an actual, like if cancer was a human being. Can I say that? Is that too harsh? Whatever it's involved in, it ruins it.
Emma repeatedly called you evil. Do you receive that as feedback? How do you take those words?
From those two, I mean, it just feels like a continuing smear campaign. What's the easiest way, you know, to discredit someone? Smear campaign. So from those two, it's like, it almost just feels like a broken record.
Honey, I didn't twist
Don't call me honey.
anything.
Do not call me honey. I'm the one that got hurt. Do you understand that? I'm the one that was accused of something that I didn't do.
If this is just an opportunity, you want to come at me again, that's great. Go for it.
When I had the one-on-one with Emma, it was like, okay, if this is just what you come at me with, then fine. But if you want to actually talk about this matter, then let's talk about that and not do the name calling stuff.
What was bizarre to me in all of this is because we saw the cut to Jason and Brett's cousin providing you this information.
I just feel like Emma is not as nice as she seems, and she's hypocritical. I like to associate myself with people that, I don't know, have a good moral compass.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna hop on a plane with someone's spouse when they have kids. Like, that's not cool.
So now we're calling this woman a liar as well. And I would think the brothers would have some issue with that, of like, that's our family member. Was that ever a discussion?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, that was a really difficult position that I was in season 8. Why I kept saying incredible source, because I was trying to protect her. For her, it's like she's flip-flopped because her friend has threatened a very serious lawsuit.
You're referencing the text that Emma posted after last season where this woman seemingly walked back or played
Correct.
down what she had said.
Correct, exactly.
Do you buy Emma's account of events?
This guy reached out to me to look at properties and to invest in my company. That was it. When I saw that he wanted more than that, I made my boundaries very clear.
I don't totally know or really care at this point. All I know is, you know, the things that Jen has told me. And even if we're just going with, you know, like she said, hopping on a plane with someone's spouse or his kids, even if it didn't go further than that, it's like, that's...
Still feels like a line was crossed.
Yeah.
What Nicole did to me was the worst thing that you could do to another woman.
Oh my God, this just makes me feel like our whole meeting earlier is all for naught.
All for naught? Is that even?
All for naught.
Okay, yeah, what?
All for nothing, is that?
Please make a point.
From the outside looking in, I think one read of you on the show is, well, she was put in the role of villain. She was told to be a villain. She was told to antagonize Chrishell. Was that ever something that you were tasked with doing?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And the whole storyline, too, of I was brought on because I finally said I'd go after her, that couldn't have been farther from the truth.
We're not friends.
I know that.
There were no intentions of me going after her for sure, but I also think production quickly realized that I am someone who is willing to stand alone. I am someone who isn't just going to fall over and go through group. And unfortunately, in this situation, in this group, that can make you a villain.
When you saw Sandra's interactions with Chrishell,
have I rubbed you the wrong way in any way or something?
Why do you ask?
It's just a feeling I get.
Okay.
I just feel like a bit of a resistance.
did that make you feel like, oh, I'm not the only person who's experienced this kind of energy from her?
Absolutely. Unfortunately, I was kind of expecting that as I was watching myself, but no, not surprised.
We ultimately see Brett and Jason ask you to leave the brokerage. But as far as I can tell, you are still an agent at the O Group.
Yes. I'm the one that has to go. Like, so you're caving to Chrishell's desires.
We
don't want Nicole in the office, and we're getting enough pressure, so we're caving.
I don't want to.
So what is the reality of that?
The reality of that is, when I, saw the show, I was appalled because obviously I wasn't there for, the scene where Jason tells the rest of the cast.
I don't want anyone to take any happiness from this.
I take a lot of happiness
I don't think you can stop us from that.
I was like, this is my real life professional reputation and career. And also, what a dumb thing to say, because this is such an easily verifiable fact from anyone in the public. I wasn't fired, I wasn't let go. In the moment they were like, just take some time away from the office, and I was like, with happiness, no problem. But that was the understanding I was in that moment. I feel like this is so up. I'm gonna go and take care of the clients that I do have.
Did this at all change your relationship with Jason and Brett?
And I was very vocally disappointed, and I let them know my feelings, mainly because it's like, I've been, the business I bring in, the clients I have. I mean,
you were at day one, right?
Yeah, this is something I pursue and do and work very, very hard at every day. So why would you try to jeopardize, my professional reputation that has effects outside of the show? And I didn't really get a straight answer. I think that they were just kind of like, it'll be fine. It's gonna be obvious that you didn't, but it's like, maybe.
We will see you come to face with everybody at reunion.
Did that hurt you?
I don't give a Where has humanity gone?
You posted on social, you were disappointed by that day.
I really just never experienced a situation where It was so obvious that the intent was to not give me the opportunity to speak. Unreal.
Why?
Well, first of all, again, like I said, I was only on stage for like 5 minutes. I'd been in my trailer for 10 hours, waiting and waiting and waiting. And so, that just already kind of sets the mood for, what is happening here? And then to finally get out there, and again, having so many different things that I at least wanted to address and just not having that opportunity, it was frustrating.
What do you think viewers will get out of Reunion? Is there stuff there for the fans?
From what I've heard about the rest of the reunion that I was not a part of, I think there's a lot to unpack and probably will be the most interesting reunion from what I've heard. Now, I didn't, see any of it on the monitor, so I don't know. It's going to be a surprise to me.
You. From the sneak peek we get at the end of the season, it does look almost like a season 10 of just Chrishell and Emma's whole friendship falling out will be explained, and Emma seemingly lying about breaking up with Blake and all that.
Right.
I'm not defending him. If you are embarrassed, then don't date him. Don't do it.
When I needed a friend, you were not there.
Do not speak to me from some high place.
Where do you stand with Chrishell and Emma, and I guess Chelsea, because they're kind of a trio, moving forward? Do you want anything there? Do you think an apology at some point would, one way or the other, fix things?
With Chelsea, the first time I saw her was the reunion. Previous to that, it was probably a year, maybe a year and a half before. I hadn't even seen her, so she...
Non-factor to you.
Non-factor. Emma, I did my best to clearly explain exactly where everything came from. Whether or not, she's receptive to that or will ever accept that, that's out of my control. So I feel like I did my part there. With Chrishell, it's just a no for my own peace, protection, happiness, and I would imagine she'd probably feel the same way.
We did see Mary reach out to you at the end of the season.
I'm just sorry for everything that you went through.
Thanks for saying that. I appreciate that.
Where did the two of you exist? Because you were very close before the show, in the early days of the show. You officiated her wedding. So then to all of a sudden be cut off is jarring.
Super jarring. I'd never experienced anything like that from her. It was very disappointing. It was hurtful, especially because, I didn't know her feelings. She never told me privately. So it was just like, how did we go from this to here?
It's kind of like damned if you do, damned if you don't thing of people are keeping certain things to film it, but then if you film it, you get in your feelings because why'd you hold it till we were on camera?
Right, exactly. So, current day, we're totally fine. I love Mary. I'll always love Mary. In the same sense, our friendship will never be as close and tight-knit as it once was. And I think that's totally okay. Friendships and relationships evolve as
That's life, reality TV.
Yeah, exactly. But it's after so many situations of hoping a friend would stand up more than, they did. You have to see it clearly.
How did you feel in kind of analyzing Mary, pulling back from your friendship, seemingly out of loyalty to Chrishell, then her at the end of season to have felt ostracized from Chrishell and Emma and Chelsea and almost mean-girled by them?
I hate to see you be pushed out by women that are only here because you paved the way for them to be here.
Having me not been in the situation, I think she was in a situation where she got to experience some of what I had. And I think that very much opened her eyes. And I think that realization has continued since then. And I think her feelings about certain people have grown even stronger. So of course I never want anyone to have to go through that, but in the same sense, I'm grateful for it because it's like, when I was always in the mix, it's like, it's you, it's you, it's you. But then if you remove me and it just turns to someone else, well.
Yeah, was I the problem or is somebody else? The end of the season also teased a move to Nashville for you. Again, as far as I can tell, you're still in Los Angeles.
Yep.
We are in Los Angeles right
Yep.
now. What is the deal there?
House is on the market.
Okay.
As soon as it sells, Nashville bound we are.
Okay, so you got to get your real estate license out there and do all that stuff. What excites you about starting fresh in the South?
So my husband and I had decided to make this move a little over a year ago.
Okay.
Before season 9 started. We kept it, private because we didn't know our timing yet. I've always loved Nashville. Half my husband's family is from Nashville. We have a ton of friends there. And I'm just excited. Like I've just loved the real estate there, the homes and the design and architecture. But it's just gonna be fun to, a third chapter of life.
Yeah.
It also doesn't mean goodbye to LA forever. My husband's company is still here. I'll still be doing real estate here as well. That will obviously be our primary residence, but it'll be just a really fun third chapter of life and a little closer to family, and yeah, we're excited.
And a little distance maybe from some people you don't want to be around.
Yeah, that will be a nice little added benefit as well.
So do you think season 9 would have been your last season regardless of how it went, based on planning to move to Nashville?
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, I would be surprised at this point if there is another, but who knows? I mean, you never know.
We end this season quite fractured. Essentially, The Office is in 2 groups who do not want to interact. So what do you think is going to happen from here?
I mean, honestly, unless there's a major cast change-up, meaning like half, maybe more, decide to leave or don't come back, I just don't see how it would be possible. There's too many fractured relationships. There's just too many groups, and you have to be able to interact and have certain dynamics. Yes, there needs to be tension and layers and things for, people to really get involved in, whether they love it or hate it. But, if everyone is just kind of hating each other and those relationships that once were there are not there, I don't know how you go from there.
These shows are built on conflict and resolution. And the resolution part is the part that people struggle with. We'll see what happens at reunion and what stage that sets.
Yeah.
Would you ever go back, or are you happy to close the Selling Sunset chapter?
I think after this season, I'm happy to close that. And again, I want to focus on the next chapter. I also, be open for other potential projects, which, could be fun. And listen, despite the challenging road I've had in the last 4 seasons, I'm very happy I did it. I'm very happy, to have done something that was completely outside of my comfort zone. It made me grow a lot, and, the personal, professional, even just, confidence, growth skills that I've gotten from that can't be taken away,
Skin's a little thicker.
Oh, quite a bit. I'm like a full body callus at this point, so I'm grateful for that as well.